Hey guys, it's Gail with popculture.com, and we are here together with Carly Pearce and Michael Ray, and I'm so excited. We have so many things to talk about. First of all, I want to talk about this Bumble contest that you guys are part of, because I think it's such a fantastic idea. So can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, I think that in any relationship, it's really important to prioritize dating and date nights, and I think it's really awesome what Bumble is doing just with different country couples, and the fact that we get to be a part of it is really awesome.
And I know as part of it, you guys are going to go on a double date
We are.
with another couple.
Yeah.
Isn't that exciting?
I think it's going to be fun because I think we're going to show them what a good date night to us is.
Yeah, for sure. We're excited. I mean, we try to prioritize, date nights whenever we get them, whenever our schedules are allowed. And so, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to show people, like another couple, what I guess we do for fun.
Hopefully they think it's cool.
I hope they think it's cool. I don't know.
So what do you do for date night? What would be your ideal double date?
It definitely would probably include either the Grand Ole Opry or the Nashville Palace, because that's kind of how we fell in love. We usually end up every date night at the Nashville Palace.
Same seats.
Always the same seats where we fell in love.
Always open.
I know that's gross, but
It's gross.
so gross. But probably dinner and that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ended at the Palace.
So I'm going to get back to the Nashville Palace, but I want to talk really quick because I know part of the Bumble contest is money goes to charity, and you guys chose the Ryan Seacrest Foundation. Can you tell us why you chose that?
I mean, Ryan Seacrest Foundation and being able to help children is big to our hearts, and the fact that they're right here in Nashville was really cool for us. And I think that anytime you can join what you love to do and also raise money and help families in need, no family should have to hear the word their child has cancer. No child should ever know what that's like. And so whenever we were asked to pick what charity we wanted, it was kind of a no-brainer for us. We wanted to make sure that we could give what we can to help further the cure of cancer, and to hope that one day, no kid ever has to hear those words ever again.
That's awesome. That's a good answer. Okay, so your first date, Nashville Palace. I love what you said in Instagram when you had your 1-year anniversary. If you could have gone back and told that girl, Can you talk a little bit about what you were feeling that night?
I never experienced that feeling of when you know, ever. I kind of always was trying to make a circle fit in a square peg, or whatever the analogy is. And when I was sitting there with this person that in 3 hours told pretty much my life story to, and it very much aligned on so many different levels. It wasn't just about country music. It was about the way that our families, the values and the morals, and how our grandparents were very close to us, and different things like that. And I remember the exact moment that I looked in his eyes and was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to marry him. And I just wish that I could go and tell that girl that really didn't have love in that way and didn't have a person yet. She was kind of thinking that she was Miss Independent and just fine with that with her career. I didn't know how much I needed him, and I didn't know what that was going to do to my life.
Well, that is just the sweetest answer ever. She slid into your DMs.
Yes.
As the story goes. Carly and I have actually talked about this.
It's true.
So you're getting these messages from her, and you're going back and forth. Were you kind of thinking, she likes me?
No.
No. That was my question. We're not splitting everything yet.
We're not married yet.
We're not married yet. We're not splitting everything. This is mine.
Okay.
No. First off, I've never been good at getting hints ever, and she was dropping them pretty hard now looking back.
Sorry, Carly.
But well, in my defense, I was like, I don't know. Like we knew each other, and Nashville's a small town. You know the same groups. But I was like, I don't know. Like maybe she does just want to talk about music. Like I don't know. And so then I didn't want to be that guy, because let's face it, I'd have to see her again. That if I was like, hey, yeah, Carly Pearce is after me, and she's like, no, dude, I just want to talk about music.
I just wanted to talk about your food that you posted on
one of the
Instagram.
ones that she did was I had like some food, and she would like find ways. Once it started like kind of sinking into me, was like she would find ways to talk to me. Like I'd have like chicken. She'd be like, I also eat chicken.
I'd look at whatever was in his Instagram, and I'd be like, kitchen, dog, chicken. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I had chicken tonight too.
But then the conversation would go for like 9 hours, like through Instagram messages. And finally she was the one, she was like, hey, you have my phone number, right?
Good girl.
I don't know what happened to me with him, but I just like bulldozed down everything that every, I guess, stereotype tells you to like let the guy lead. And I'm from the South, and that's usually, no, I just bulldozed it down.
But look at how it worked out.
It did.
What were you thinking during the first night when you were at Nashville Palace that night?
We've talked about this quite a bit, especially celebrating our year and then preparing to get married. I remember going to her house because our first date technically was hanging out in her kitchen, drinking wine, listening to old country songs, and it was just like the most easiest conversation I've ever had of just like all these things connecting, and I remember going, I'm in love with this girl, and then so she goes, what do you like to do? And I was like, well, this is when you can either lie and be cool or tell her what you actually do. And I was like, well, I like to go to Nashville Palace by myself and listen to the old bands. She's like, I love the Palace. And I was like, do you want to go for our grandfathers? She's like, yeah. So we go to the Palace and we sit at the bar, and I was like, okay, how do I do this? Because now I'm like, okay, she's getting the hint. I see this is happening. So I like went to put my arm around her, and it was like at that moment when I put my arm around her chair, I was like, oh, I'm gonna marry her. And it was like I knew
We're
that
really
moment.
not just saying that, but it's never, I don't know, it's a very strange, I always tell people like we were in our late 20s, early 30s when we found each other, and we never settled, and timing is everything sometimes. And you never know, just like with Bumble, you never know when that first date is going to lead to somebody that you're going to marry.
Yeah, and that connection. And I think, we were able to meet each other and know each other, both coming from two different places, raised very similarly, but meeting in Nashville. And I think that's something cool that Bumble can do is take two different people that are probably raised a lot alike, but from two different states, and be that Nashville to them, and then be that moment that they can meet up.
Be at somebody else's wedding. So how are wedding plans?
Great. We have our last meeting about everything, and I keep saying to all of my girlfriends that I feel like at some point all of these bombs are going to drop on me that I have forgotten about, but it's been really fun and easy, not too hard. We're getting close.
Big wedding, small wedding?
Small.
You'd have to either have small or probably 1,000 people.
Yeah, because you kind of have to, when you do what we do and we both do it, you kind of have to have, if you invite this person, then you're going to have to invite these 4 people, and then those 5 people on this side. So we just decided to make it about our closest friends and family and the closest people that work together with us.
Okay, so before I let you go, I'm going to get personal with you for a little bit.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you had a post on Instagram today that made me weepy. When you talked about a year and a half ago and compared your body image then to now. And it didn't occur to me till I saw both, but you are so healthy now. Why is that so important to you to share? It really made me weepy.
Oh, to be honest with you, when I first saw it, I was like, oh my goodness, you don't really realize things in the moment, but I showed it to him, and I think that with this industry, authenticity wins always, and vulnerability, and that's how we've always approached our relationship. And he really has helped me to become the best version of myself and maybe love my body more than I ever thought that I could. And as a woman, you have struggles, and I struggled a lot in my early 20s of trying to figure out a balance of working out and eating right and all of the things. As a child I was bullied for. I was really tall and really awkward, and just like so many of us are. And I don't know, I just saw that, and I just wanted to be a voice to anybody who struggles. And I saw how many people struggle with just that balance of loving yourself. And loving yourself doesn't mean you have to starve yourself or be super skinny, and you can find somebody that builds you up in that way.
Do you think you would be where you are today without Michael? No.
No way. The sentence, find somebody who makes you better. Never knew that. Now I do.
Okay, last question. Favorite thing about Michael?
Oh man.
How much time you got on that?
I mean, I can say all of like the really shallow things, like he's the hottest guy I've ever seen. He's super talented. He's charismatic. But I would have to say, we just celebrated his 3rd #1 over there, and for one that got away. And I'm the most proud of his heart and the way that every single person that meets him says he is the nicest, not one of. They say he is the nicest. And I'm proud to be knowing that I'm going to be marrying somebody that is that way.
Michael?
About me?
Carly, you have 15 minutes.
One of the, I mean, again, I could go on and on of, she's drop dead beautiful and everything that I wanted in a wife and a life partner. She checks every box, and for me, it was her heart, her the way that she just is with me and my family, and just how it was an immediate with both of us in our families, and how she motivates me, and she I don't always believe in myself, and I am very hard on myself. And she's always my voice of reason, and I love her vision and the way that she sees the world, and it's really helped me see things different, and it's really helped me have more confidence in myself and in different areas where, I've struggled with. And so I love her heart, and I love that, she'll do things and nobody knows that she does them for somebody else. And so, she'll do things for a band. I watched her do something really sweet and cool for one of her band guys yesterday that he didn't even know about until the email was sent. And so those things that just motivate me and make me want to be better because that's how she is.
Well, I love both of you.
I love you.
For more on Carly and Michael and all your other favorite artists, please visit popculture.com.